स्टूडेंट्स, ये क्वेश्चन 2004 में पूछा गया था नीट एग्जाम में, जो कि चैप्टर 5 से आता है, वर्क एनर्जी पावर चैप्टर से, क्लास 11 का। ए पार्टिकल ऑफ मास m1 इज मूविंग विद ए वेलोसिटी v1 and another particle of mass m2 is moving with velocity v2. Both of them have the same momentum but different kinetic energy e1 and e2. If m1 is greater than m2, then which of the given four conditions hold good? Student, we have to find out. Students, it is given that they have the same momentum. Okay, let us denote it by P. This question has been asked to verify your fundamental level of thinking and clarity of concept. Okay, student, what is the relationship between momentum and kinetic energy? Students, we know P is equal to mv. Momentum is mass times velocity. Momentum of a body is the quantity of motion contained in a body, and mathematically it is given as mass, a product of mass and velocity. And what is kinetic energy, student? We denote it by T, and that is equal to half mv square, where m is the mass of the body and v is its velocity. So students, we may write here like this: half m square v square by m. Okay, student, we have multiplied just m in the numerator and in the denominator. Students, we can write this as, what is m square v square? That is square of mv and divided by m, and this is, what is mv? Mv is nothing but p, so we can write this is p square by twice m. So T, the kinetic energy, can be written as p square by twice m. Okay, student, then in this case, this is the p is same for both of them, and let us denote it by p, as the linear momentum is same. Okay, student, then what will be their kinetic energy and the relationship between the kinetic energy E1 and E2? Let us see. We see here it is denoted by E, so we may write here as E. E becomes p square by twice m. So student, what will be E1 square? E1 will be equal to p square by twice m1, and E2 will be equal to p square by twice m2, because we have written p in both the cases, because the linear momentum is same for both the bodies. So student, if we divide this, what we get? This E1 by E2 becomes p square by twice m1 into twice m2. This is twice m2. Okay, student, by p square. So this p square cancels out, 2 cancels out, and this becomes m2 by m1, and it is given that m1 is greater than m2. m1 is greater than m2. So student, m2 by m1 will be less than 1. So E1 by E2 will be less than equal to 1, or student, E1 will be less than equal to E2. If m1 is greater than m2, then E1 is less than E2. That is given in option A, students. So option A will be correct, students, for this question.